Well, this is interesting. The government has just hit Diddy with new allegations.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? Yes, guys, we are still keeping an eye on the whole Diddy situation. Yes, there's been a lot of Blake Lively stuff and Justin Baldoni information out there, but we have got to take a quick turn towards the Diddy situation. The diddler obviously is still locked up. He is still dealing with a lot of stuff that's going on out here. He is still getting hit with all kinds of allegations, all kinds of lawsuits. And I'm still curious about the ones that have to do with Tony Busby. We're still trying to figure out all of that stuff. And we're still trying to find out, are any of those really going to stick or not? But what's interesting is that the feds, the government just hit Diddy yesterday with new allegations, of forced labor in a new indictment, or in this superseding indictment, So let's take a look at this. And we do actually have the indictment as well. We're going to take a look at this, all right? But it says here, Sean Diddy Combs allegedly forced employees to work long hours under threat of physical or reputational harm and forced at least one employee to engage in S acts with him, according to a new indictment unsealed Thursday. The second superseding indictment against Combs following his arrest last year on federal charges contains no new charges, but includes additional allegations of forced labor under the racketeering conspiracy count. All right. According to the new indictment, Combs allegedly forced employees to work long hours with little sleep by using physical force, psychological harm, withholding money, and threatening to harm their reputations. Now, there have been other artists and other employees in other lawsuits and even in documentaries and stuff that have stepped forward and actually have actually said that he would work them to the bone, push them to the point where they could not work anymore. I mean, shoot, we even saw the whole thing with Making the Band, where they had to walk the several hours to go and get cheesecake. Real talk. Go walk all the way out to Brooklyn and walk all the way back with a cheesecake. And I mean, I know that's a small example, but that's a big moment. All right. And that was all caught on film. Okay. Combs caused these employees to believe that they would be harmed, including by losing their jobs. Now, let me just say this really quick. That whole thing with the cheesecake thing, obviously, he was like, you could lose if you don't come back with this, don't bother coming back. Okay. And of course, they did what they had to do, right? They went and got it. And it took them several hours to do this, guys. It's insane, right? But it was TV. It definitely made TV at the expense of them, which is ridiculous. But let me continue, okay? So Combs caused these employees to believe that they would be harmed, including by losing their jobs, if they did not comply with his commands. The second superseding indictment alleged, continuing with respect to one employee, Combs used physical force, psychological harm, financial harm, and reputational harm, and or threats of the same to cause the employee to engage in S acts with Diddy, with Combs, okay? So again, he's like, yo, if you want to keep this job, you're going to do this stuff that I ask you to do. You are either going to work yourself to the bone, countless hours, or you're going to go perform in these freak-offs or in these other group sessions that he has, if you get what I'm saying, okay? Now, he's scheduled to be arraigned on the new indictment next week, so we'll be watching that for sure. He has previously pleaded not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, STing, and transportation to engage in pro charges, okay? Got to use these code words, and is scheduled to go into trial, this spring. Now, they say federal prosecutors said they do not expect the new indictment to affect the May 5th trial, so they still are aiming for May 5th. Nothing has changed, right? The music mogul, we already know, has been arrested in September of 2024, and he's still locked up in the MDC, which is the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, this is so interesting, all right? And of course, his team is still denying all of the, all the allegations of wrongdoing all the things that he's been looking at. And like I've said a million times before, it's been a rubber stamp response every single time. Okay. But here's the indictment here. Okay. They say the government respectfully, this is to the judge. Okay. The government respectfully submits this letter regarding the ST indictment or S2, I'm sorry, indictment returned today in the above referenced case by a grand jury sitting in this district, the S2 indictment. The S2 indictment contains no new charged offenses, but includes additional allegations related to the racketeering conspiracy charged in count one. Specifically, the S2 indictment contains additional allegations as to the means and methods of the racketeering enterprise related to forced labor. The government expects to provide defense counsel with a supplemental enterprise letter related to these allegations by March 10th. So very, very soon, in the next 3 days, as of the recording of this show, 2025. Okay. The government has already provided Rule 16 discovery associated with the S2 indictment and does not expect the S2 indictment to affect existing pretrial deadlines. So this is not going to stop anything. It's not going to throw a little hiccup or throw a wrench in the machinery or anything of that sort, right? The government respectfully requests that the defendant be arraigned on the S2 indictment at the conference scheduled for March 14th. So literally next Friday, March 14th, 2025. So this is very interesting that they got new added pieces. And of course, you got to remember, there will be additional allegations as time goes on. I'm sure this may be the last added piece. This may grow. We don't know. But one thing is for sure, Diddy's getting hit with all kinds of stuff. Whatever the feds have found, they found something. Okay. And they're going to continue to find more stuff, including the fact that they have allegedly, they have over 50 witnesses. They have security cam footage. They have allegedly some of his freak off tapes. They have a lot of stuff to show that this man was or did put together some sort of enterprise that facilitated not only just S workers, but also possibly other things as well. So again, it's very, very interesting that they are hitting him with these allegations. They're not new charges, but maybe they fall under that awning of one of the charges that they already have, clearly, right? So again, this is just showing proof positive, guys, that they are ready to take this man down. And again, Diddy is really cooked, y'all. Like, he is cooked. I wonder what his team and how his team is going to get him out of these racketeering charges and then some. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button, and we'll talk soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.